Future me saying this, there will be a giveaway of this pop-up camper for members. If you're a member, you have to be a member for at least 6 months. Whenever I finish this, which I'm not sure when it'll be, but whenever I finish this, it'll go out for any member who's been a member for at least 6 months, and we'll do a giveaway. We're gonna spin a wheel, and it has to land on someone's name 3 times. This will be given away to one of our channel members at some point in the future when I deem it giveawayable. I'm not gonna give away a piece of garbage until I can at least lift this thing up and replace the canvas. That'll be at least $1,000 in repairs because canvas is not cheap for something like this. So yeah, I don't think I'll have much use for it myself, but since I got it for free, I like to give it away to somebody for free after restoring it. So if you haven't become a member, it'll be in the description below. And yeah, now back to Pass Me. Hey, how you doing today? Welcome back to RVOA. Pop-up is a little heavy with all this snow on it, just a little bit. Today's video gonna be a little bit different. I'm not getting overwhelmed per se. I'm just not too sure where to start with the renovations. So I wanna tell y'all like my plan, what I plan to do, and I wanna know your opinions on that. I think it's a good idea, if it could work, if it's just a bad idea, if there's a better way of going about it. Yeah, just trying to get y'all opinions because people helped me out a lot whenever my roof was leaking earlier this year in the Vagabond. And yeah, I was able to repair it pretty much because of my audience. So I know y'all know a little bit more about this stuff than me. Someone does. And if y'all don't, send it to somebody you think might because it could really be helpful to me. Let me show you what I'm thinking before I get back to this roof. So there's holes for a tongue jack on here, right? Of course. And the red Dale here, she has this jack on it, or this little jack thing, rig. That I do not want on the red Dale. It's a little sketchy with the red Dale being the size it is. I feel like because that's there, the camper's always leaning on that other side. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it naturally sags because of it. It's not center. So I have a tongue jack. I put an electric tongue jack on my Vagabond. It should be a picture on the screen or something of the video. But I have a tongue jack laying around. I think it's inside of here, so I'm trying to get this roof up so I can check to see if the tongue jack is in there. I can't remember where I put it a few months ago, but either I could put it here or on the red Dale, or I could just buy new tongue jacks in total. Overall, I'm gonna get manual tongue jack, especially for this one, because I don't want you to have a battery to level it. That one, maybe get an electric with a manual option on it for sure. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Let me know what y'all think about that. Like I said, that won't be a hard thing to do. I've put an electric tongue jack on my other RV, not one of these, but the one across the way. I'm trying to decide on how I want to do the process. Well, what I think I want to do is take these panels off like side at a time. So how this is like a whole thing, right? Taking the panels off, the entire front panels off. So this front panel, this panel, and this bottom panel, right? Looking at the wood structure, figuring out what the wood look like under there. If it looks good, fine, cool. While these are off, I can also paint these panels as well as replace some, like this one at the bottom. I think I'll get a metal fabricator, or I could just cut it to size myself, get some little sheet metal, but cut it to size for the frame. 20%, it's always about to die. See how this is like split, that split. And so, yeah, I like to replace that panel. Pretty much taking all the front panels off, painting them, looking at the wood underneath, making sure it's all good. If it's not, replacing it, and then putting the front panels back on, right? And then do the next side. So I'll go on the left side, take all the side panels off, once I take the window out, get a window replacement, door replacement, and do it side by side at a time. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel like that would be the best way to go about it. Like, take this whole panel off, paint it, get the window out of there, get a new window, the same size, get the measurements. Yeah, it's about the best I can really think of. Worst case scenario, we can't find a window the same size and we just make bigger studs. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that would be the best way to go about it, but maybe I'm wrong. I know I should seal the roof But like I said, I don't know if it would be a very smart idea to seal the roof, then follow up and take the panels off, because I have to put the roof sealant over the screws. So yeah, I definitely have to replace the panels first. The Vagabond was leaking. That's why I just had to go ahead and seal that up. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with the process of the renovation. Let me know if y'all think that's a good way to go about it. I feel like it'll be pretty good because I could replace the wood as I go. I won't get overwhelmed because I'll just be doing like this section, this section, this section. And once I do the entire outside of something, say the red dale, then I'll work my way inside. I can go inside and start taking out like the flooring, wallpaper, whatever else I wanted to take out if I did want to take it out. But yeah, it's kind of where my mind at. Like I said, I really like to know y'all opinion because I'm a noob at this, obviously, and I'm just trying to learn as I go. So any advice is much appreciated. As well as same thing with the Rambler here. It's broken up into panels. So I would like to be able to just pop the panels off, even though I'm not sure what kind of screw this is. It's kind of crazy. It might be a square. Take it off just one panel at a time, and then check the wood underneath, paint the panel, pop it back on. But the thing I've been worried about, not really worried about, but looking into is like trim. These like corner trim, metal corner trim. Should I just get new corner trim or put this back on? I don't think I'll put it back on unless y'all think that's a good idea. It's gonna have like old sealing and stuff on it. So I think I'll be better off just getting new trim and just lining everything in new trim. I feel like that would be the best. Imagine brand new painted panels, all with new trim. And yeah, unless the trim is really good, like this front window, I like this trim. This is really nice. I could probably use a coat of paint with some painter's tape on the windows, but other than that, I like, this is in good shape. Same thing with this front window. If this just has some painting on it, or some painting and buffering, it'll probably be fine. Knock some of this sealant off. Like I said, just let me know what y'all think, please. Or if y'all don't think anything, send it to somebody who does know about it, because I love to have their opinion. This used to have an awning, I can tell, because it has, I don't know why I'd be doing stuff like this. I think it used to have an awning because it has that thing you slide into right there. And from my experience, that's for an awning. Nonetheless, let me know what y'all think, please. I had plans to actually do renovations today, but I changed my mind because I'm just, like I said, I'm not overwhelmed, but I'm just trying to look at things in a way that's, when I start them, I can actually do and finish them. But I'm just rambling kind of. Like I said, please, if y'all know anybody or know anything about RVs or restoring old school antique RVs, I'd appreciate some advice. I interviewed a guy in a Shasta named Phil Montano not too long ago, and he was telling me about a guy who did metal fabrication work for him, I believe, because he had to have his Shasta panels remade. Might text Phil and figure out who the guy he worked with, see how much that was, because I mean, obviously I'm not rolling in money, so. But worst case scenario is he can make new panels if I do need them. Like the bottom of the red dale. The corner of this one is pretty bad, but I think it could be okay, because I think it's just part of a panel. So like just replacing this one bottom panel could do that trick, I think, with some new trim. This one has a hole in it right here. There's like a hole right there. It was gashed in right here. This light was busted in. So like I said, these whole two front panels might go, which will be part of the roof. So like I said, I know it's gonna be a lot of work. I'm prepared for that. I don't think they'll be perfect by the time I start renting them out, and I think people will be okay with that, but I want them to be in a decent shape. At least have the outside structurally sound, so water and stuff isn't getting in, or the elements, it's at least cozy on the inside. The inside interior is like my least concern for the most part, because I really like the old school stuff, and yeah, I feel like that's a lot easier in my opinion. I feel like getting some flooring, ripping up flooring, or taking out bench with a few screws is a lot easier than working with the outside metal. So yeah, that's my biggest first priority. Yeah, safety, making sure the wheels and stuff are okay if I'm gonna be moving them. That's not the concern of somebody who will be renting it, but it's kind of the hill I'm on right now. I'm just trying to get this snow off so I can hopefully find the tongue jack in here. I think I stored it in here before I went to Minnesota because I didn't want it in my truck because I didn't need a whole tongue jack. but I'm not sure because I can't get inside. So I'm not sure if I actually put it inside here or not. Like I said, if it's in here, whenever I do find the tongue jack and the propane regulator get here later on, that's gonna be my next renovation video. Still not too sure. Still not too sure what which one the tongue jack is gonna go on, but like I said, let me know if y'all think I should just get a new one. That one's kind of old. I need a foot for it. Might just get a new one just because I want it to be like nice and black matte, but I can also paint that one. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. It's kind of what this video is gonna be about. So like I said, I want to paint the frame. All these, like, this is kind of ugly, so I like to replace this panel maybe, or cut it and make it look a little different. But I definitely want to paint all the frames, which is pretty easy. You can get Rust-Oleum spray and spray it on, but I'll probably use the kind with the brush just to go over it and make sure it's all nice. And yeah, lots of work, but it'll be fun nonetheless. Like I said, I'm done yapping y'all ear off. I appreciate anybody who watched the video, especially this long, and took the time to listen to what I had to say, because I know it probably sounded like gibberish and didn't make too much sense, but I do appreciate any insight. If y'all know any like YouTube channels who do stuff like this, feel free to send it to me. Feel free to let me know in the comments. Everything is appreciated. Every single thing is appreciated. Remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Well, Carl, finger hearts. Howdy.